Titancraft.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 23 of Season 8 of Titancraft, which is Tango Tech's Patreon pay-to-play server. And if you'd like to join this amazing community, I'll have a link in the description below. Also, come follow me on Twitch, guys, if you'd like to see the kind of shenanigans, what happens on there and everything. There'll be a link in the description below for that as well. Now, let's get into this video. I just want to get right into this. I'm excited because we got 1, 2, 3 buildings built upside down. And now we're going to be working on this one over here today, the 4th one. We're just going to get started right into it. Get the footprint in is the first thing we're going to do. Actually, I'm going to fill that in with dirt, actually. And then I'm going to take that little platform down. That's right there. I don't know how. Oh, I'll just have to pillar up and get it. And then our friend Cash brought us over a bunch of grass and dirt, which is great because for our streaming project, let's see if I can get this right here. Of course, the glass is glitched. Our streaming project, we finished this outside here, this terraforming on this outside ring here, which I'm so happy about. So happy. I just made this basic back here because we got to put a pipe in over here that connects to this one. All I'm going to do is copy this one over here. That's all I'm going to do. I'll make it exactly the same, so it makes my life easier. I don't know when I'm going to do that exactly. I'll do it at some point. I need to do it soon-ish, I guess, because like we're going to be starting putting the dirt and the gravel down, or the cobble down, not dirt, but dirt and cobble down, kind of like we have here. I kind of showed it on stream a little bit. It's just this little section right here. This is just 2 stacks. That's why Cash brought me all this dirt, because I think we're going to need it. I'll put it all away, all the grass and dirt away here. But like I said, I'm getting way off course. I just kind of wanted to catch you guys up on what's going on with the streaming project, because that's what we're working on. We're making that outside ring of terraforming there. We're going to make it look like the water that's down there. I guess I can just come back down here and show you. Whew, I almost slammed right into that. But yeah, we're going to detail out the water and put all the dripstone in and stuff like this. And we're going to do all that over here as well. And then on top of this, I don't know, I might change that out to dirt. I don't know, or maybe just put it on top. I don't know. We'll do something, or I'll just make it a rock formation. We'll do something with it. Make it look kind of cool. But yeah, we got to do something with these as well. So much to do. So much to do. But yeah, the next thing we got to do is I'm going to build this platform out here, get the footprint in. Getting the footprint in is going to be a big deal because I'm not sure how big this building is. I'm afraid it's going to come really close to this one over here, because these buildings, the bases of these buildings are quite big, are a little larger than the ones beneath them, I believe. Because we have a lot of room in between those. Yeah. These are a lot smaller than those. This one's actually pretty small, but I think this one's going to be okay. If not, I can move it back a few blocks, so I'll just have to see where it's going to end up. But anyways, what I'll do is I'm going to get to work, I guess. You know, as soon as I get the footprint in, I'll kind of show you guys what that's going to look like. It's going to be like a, I don't know, it's going to be squarish in the middle, I think. Maybe it's going to be circular. I'm trying to think of how I designed it. But the base is going to be, I think it's going to be mainly square in the middle. And then we're going to have some wings coming off the sides and one coming off the back. Of course, the front will be the entrance to the building. I think it's just going to be like a general purpose kind of building. I think that's the purpose of it. I mean, I don't have a use for it, but I'm just thinking in my head, what would they use it for? You know, this civilization that would be living up here in this weird setup for buildings. I was just going to say something else. I can't remember. It just jumped right out of my head. But anyway, I guess I'll get the footprint in. I'm sure I'll remember what I was going to say. I'll tell you when I remember. Alright guys, we're back and we got the footprint in here for the last building, I guess. The upside down building here. Well, not really the last building, because we're going to do a wall around here too. I think we're going to do that after this actually. But the wall should be fairly easy. Like usual, I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyways, what I meant to say is the footprint is in, then I'm happy, and it's just nice to start making progress on this last building. I'll give you a little closer look at it here. Try to. And I'll show you kind of how I measure this so I know that this is right. I kind of cross measure everything when I get to where the center point is. Like the center point on each side, as in reference to like the actual center point is actually right here on top of this. This is why I didn't take this down. So I know where it was when I pull her back up. And so like the center of the front, center of the back, and the sides, and then I'll cross-reference it with the with the building that I've already got designed. And the way that I do that basically is when I get to this center part, the first thing I look for, like this center part right here, this is the center, is I make sure that it's lined up with the center. At least I can eyeball it kind of and make sure. These are small enough builds. If you have a larger build, of course you'll have to just measure out with some blocks, and that comes in the second way that I do this. Is I'll just, instead of having to count it out, I'll get the stack how many blocks I need. So I know that it's 26 from the edge right here, but I'm gonna put this up one, so I'm gonna need one extra block because for 27. So 26 will start right here, and just count it like this. And I do this on every side. I just take the time, because if I know the footprint's right, then everything else will fall into place pretty well. And so it's a lot easier to identify where the problem is if you're off, if you do it this way. So say if this side, after I had this side all perfect and everything, and this is just the way I wanted to, and I will raise this one up when I start to building, just for my own. It's going to drive me nuts having this one block lower, but eventually I'll do that. But let's say this one would have ended up one block in, like right here. Say it ended right here instead of where it actually ended up. I actually built it right, which is surprisingly. I usually mess up about 20 times, and I have to go back and fix my mistakes and figure out where I messed up at. And that's one thing too. When you do this a lot, you'll kind of develop an eye for it and see where one place is different than it is the other. Every once in a while I still get tripped up, but like I said, this one came out all right. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of leave these. I'm going to leave these center guides in for now until we start actually really getting most of the building in. I mean, we could even leave it in when the building's done, because because there's not going to be anything in here. And that's another thing too, because if like one of my base mates come up and says they need an area for a farm, well, I could tell them to put it inside one of these buildings, because we don't have a use for them. I think we're just going to leave them in reserve for the buildings. But I'll also say another thing, coming down here and looking back at it again, I thought this building was a lot bigger when I was designing it, because it doesn't look as big as these other builds. Maybe that's just because we haven't got it all built up yet, but I know the footprint is not as big. It doesn't take up much of an area. And maybe that's kind of slacking on my part. I don't know. But anyways, these buildings are still hard to build. This one's actually, I thought this building was going to be easy to build, but after I got to getting into it and designing the roof of it, because there's going to be like a center tower kind of coming out of the middle of this, and then there's going to be another 4 towers, like right there, and the center tower is not going to be as tall as the 4 towers in the size. And then, I just wanted to make this building look different, because all these buildings kind of look the same to me. In a way. I mean, they're all different. If you take more than 2 seconds to look at it, you can tell they're different. But if you're just kind of going like this, I mean, you might not see the nuances and the differences in the builds. But this one's going to have a lot of wood, like for the roofs and stuff, because it's going to have a roof kind of like these down here. And these down here I kept clean, I think. Yeah, for the most part they're clean. Of course, you have the trap doors on them and everything, but it's going to be mainly spruce again, and then but we're going to put patches of dark oak in them as well. Just a bunch of trap doors. I've been trying to go back over the base and reflipping all the trap doors, and Cash was nice, came over and replaced all the trap doors where they're supposed to be, other than the warped. The warped trap doors. I'm replacing all the acacia on the gears with the warped. I got to do that in the nether tunnel too, but that's going to be a whole nother thing. But alright, the next step we're going to do here on this build up here, though, is I'm going to land on inside of that hole there. Would not have been good. I'll get the wood part, like the bottom of the build in here first, and it should be fairly interesting. Let's see what happens. I don't think it's too complicated. It's not any different than what we've really been doing already. It's just a different shape. These other shapes are mainly round. This one, as you can tell, it's not a perfect circle by any means, or a perfect square by any means in any direction, because I did try to vary it up a little bit just to kind of give it some character. But yeah, it's fairly rectangle for the most part. But like I said, this shouldn't be too bad to build until we get to the roofs on the sides. The roofs is what I'm really worried about. These two are going to be the same on each side, and then you have the shorter side over here, which it's going to be the same, like this part right here and that part right there. If that makes any sense, like this half of it is going to be the same side as the back. So hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully, I'm thinking it's going to be harder than it is. A lot of the times that's what happens when I'm building these. I just got to get up there, get the platforms made, and just get the building. All right, guys, we're back, and I got all the wood in, I think, or most of it, anyways. There's still a little something that goes down here, a little further down, or further up in the build, I should say, even though up is upside down. I know I'm not making any sense, but you know, I'm right after work. It was a hot, exhausting day. Get over it. But anyways, I didn't want to take the dirt down yet because I can still use these platforms for the stone. Like the stone actually comes down to the same level as the wood here does, and then the roof will start underneath this. Well, I mean, I guess there's going to be some stone that goes down here further. I'm going to have to make another platform down here lower, and then once all the stone and there's like a little black stone like arches up for the roof. It's not really arch, but like a V. The letter upside down A. Think of an upside down letter A, and that's where like how the roof goes. I'm sure you guys have seen roofs before, but I'll have to make some more, like do some more work here. I still got to figure it out exactly. I'm hoping to build one of these things with you. One of the A's. I guess it's A-frame house. A-frame. I guess I can't think of what they're called. I'll get more into it when I actually start building it, because I know I'm all over the place. I also got to make up some more green concrete. I could go to the shopping district and get it. I got to do boat races too, so I might just save me some time. Go pick up a shulker of it. Just make it easy on myself, right? I mean, we don't use diamonds for anything else, so I guess that's what we're gonna do. Oh, I also need to mention I did put the bushes on this building over here. Finally, on this part right here, the bushes that were right here where my cursor is right there, I was missing them. But yeah, but this is the build so far. I had something in my head what I was gonna say, and then I completely blanked. But you guys are used to me, I imagine, so, you know, not the first time that's happened when I'm right in the middle talking. But anyways, I'll get busy here. Hopefully I can build a little bit of this with you guys. I'll have a better idea of what's going on here as I get into this. It shouldn't be too bad. I'll probably start with these sides here because I think these sides are going to be halfway easy to do. The tower shouldn't be too bad either. I'm going to have to bring the platform of the tower down quite a bit, but still, I should still be able to do it pretty well. Shouldn't be too bad, but yeah. I guess I'll get busy, stop rambling. I'm just trying to put it off like usual. And we've got quite a lot more progress made here. It's kind of hard to see it, I know. There's just so much going on. I'm trying to get all the stone in, so when I get the roof on, the upside down roof here, it'll make a lot more sense. You can kind of see what's going on now with the A-frame stuff. You can see going down like this and everything. And these areas right here where you probably can't see will be lit up. I'll hide some sea lanterns behind some trapdoors in the wooden roof, which will make it a lot better. But for now, what I want to do is build the other half of this here. Like we have this right here. Sure, I'm surprised at how easy this part is to build. I did it for about 5 seconds. I was like, oh, this is easy. This is how it goes. And I was able to repeat that pattern, of course. I don't know why I took those 2 blocks out. I had 2 blocks here, and I was like, oh, let's make it nice and neat for when I start recording. That worked out really well for me. Let's see, we wrapped these back a little bit like this. This is just to blend it. There's going to be like there'll be a block here, the deep slate block here, but there'll be like a spruce or a dark oak block here. And this right here will try to kind of hide that transition a little bit better. It won't hide it completely, but it'll hide it better. And go like this, and it's just this repeating pattern all the way up to the top pretty much, and then there's only one little difference at the top, which I'll show you when we get there. Get that in there. All these wrap back on the sides here like that. It's pretty simple. Yep. Just got to keep plugging away here, and you get it done eventually. And one thing about this build I like compared to like some of the other things that I do, I have to pop in and out of my inventory a lot. But this is I just have used simple blocks. I don't vary the deep slate up too much. I just use the polished and the brick. because the deep slate it's just such a dark color. It all bleeds together anyways. When you're far away, it's hard to tell a difference. At least to my eyes, it is. Maybe some of you guys have better eyes than me, but for me, doesn't matter too much. And if you don't even call attention to it, like a lot of those details like that, they'll just get lost anyways. I know that, and I still can't help myself from doing like a lot of detail work and stuff, which is funny to me. Like, I know it's there, so my obsessive compulsive disorder, I don't even know if I had a disorder. My OCD, there we go. It makes me do this, so we're almost there, I think. Yeah, a couple more layers here. Come on, get that in there. There might be even a quicker way to do it than the way I'm doing, but this is the last half of this I got to do, and then we'll fly up here and kind of take. Well, we might fly back. I was gonna say we'll fly back over here, but there's not anywhere to land on like there is over there. So we'll go take a better look at what we've done so far. I still got to leave the dirt up for now because I still got to put the ramp parts of it on. If that makes sense. I know I say that a lot. I feel like I use terms and I don't know what they really mean. But if I'm confident enough, then you guys won't question it. Like, the only difference here, besides I'd usually put a stone brick here, I just put that on top just to kind of to fix it up there, to kind of cap it off. And this is exactly where it needs to be. One shorter than this block right here on either side. Now, the last thing we need to do is just kind of put these on over here like this, and then put these down on every other one starting here, just to kind of light it up a little bit. Because like I said, we are underneath this plate right here. I might expand this plate. I like to make this a circle eventually, like the void effect and everything. It just depends on if we have enough time. I wanted to get the basic effect in at least. That's why we did it like that. I mean, I'm sure I could ask they are or need to kind of start working on it, and they would. There we go. That's actually done now. Let's get rid of those blocks so I don't have to pop into my inventory, but you can kind of see it. You can kind of see the A-frame of it now. Like the ramparts I'm talking about are like these bits, like that's going to be right here where it goes basically like this. I've done so many of these. Oh, that's not where it goes. I can even I can even have all the tools out that I need, which is amazing. Then we always put it back here like this. That's the kind of thing. I mean, these are going to be a little different in here. I can't remember exactly how these go, so I have to look. But yeah. And the tops, I had to rebuild this whole thing. I've been using other, like when I designed this one, I used the towers from that one and the back wall on the back of this one. So I already had it designed. I've been using the tops of the towers, of these towers right here, on all of it. I'm going to use it on these too, but these are taller. These 4 towers on this one are taller than this one, or than the other one. So I had to rebuild or redesign the wood part and the stone part of these towers as well. And I still got to get all the grass, the bushes in too. So, but this is what I mean by the ramparts. The thing that just kind of shows the difference in every other block you have I don't know how to explain it. I know I'm going back and forth, but like something like this, how every other block, as you walk down, you have that thing. And I'm trying to mimic that idea with the fence and the walls. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. Just kind of going about it in a different way. Oh, let's fly away here, and so you guys can have a better look as well. Get my rockets out. Whoop. Yeah, you can kind of see what's going on. Like the roof it's not gonna be just a straight roof. It's gonna kind of curve up. I can't have it just be a straight roof. And then I like to put those little kind of like accents in to kind of give it a little bit more character. I do that on both sides there, and I just put those out. I try to do a half a layer, but of course on the sides you can't do half layer because we just don't have the slabs on the sides like that. Like they go vertically. So I have to do a block on the sides. It doesn't make too much difference. You can still see the accent, and when you're far enough away, really a half a block does not make much difference at all when you're looking at it. But yeah, it's hard to believe that we've almost got the last major building in up here, upside down. I mean, we still have to do the wall, and the wall's going to go on the outside of this. I might leave it, make this look like the grand entrance to this whole area. I'm kind of leaning towards that, but we'll have to do something special there if we do, like way back there, like where the beacon beam is, kind of. Just kind of leave it open, the wall, maybe having the wall kind of merge into the other side of this. I'm getting off track because my ideas flow in my head, and I like to get them out there and let you guys kind of know what's going on. But I guess I should really focus back on this. I need to get the rest of the deep slate in, like around the edges here, and then I'll get the roofs on as well, and then I'll kind of let you guys see it again. And I'll take all the dirt away this time, I think. Yeah, I'll probably build it all the way down to the dirt, and there's some other accents on the center tower here. And what I'm talking, I guess I should show you that too. The center tower is this thing right here. Let's see if I can not fall. I've falled about 20 times a day. Fell. But this is the center thing. It's got like an interesting little pattern in the middle here. That's why this is down here. When I'm ready to do that, I'm just going to get rid of all these on the sides here. And then the front entrance as well has got some funky stuff going on with it as well. Well, I mean, there's a lot of work I need to do before the next cut. A lot of building, and this thing will be close to being done. Guys, we are almost done with the fourth major build here, and it's right here. The only thing left we have to do on this thing, now that I'm looking at it, this is a horrible angle. This is the first time I've looked at it since I've taken the dirt away. I wanted my natural reaction with you guys. I had a pretty good idea what it looked like. I mean, I've been building it, but yeah, it always looks so much better when you get that dirt taken away. I'm not even sure like what this building is for. It's just kind of there, and we still have to put the black concrete in, kind of like we did over here. Which one? On this one over here that we did over there. I'll go up here and show you. You know, why did I run all the way over here, away from my water source? You know, I could get my rock. I gotta get my rockets out anyways. But I want to use my Riptide Trident. I love this Riptide 4 Trident. Yeah, and it's 4. For all of you that don't know, we get specialized loot from the above. So let's go over here. Over here you can kind of see where I did the black concrete in here, just to kind of hide the entrance, so I don't have to do the insides. And doing the insides is something that we can always come back to and do, so it's not a big deal. But we're going to do the same thing over here in this entrance, so you won't see the inside of this. I mean, it's always something, like I said, it's always something that we can add on if we want to. You know, the inside of this. This is actually a pretty decent size on the inside. Bunch of dirt in there because I had to place blocks the way I want to. I know about the middle mouse replace block or whatever. You place it and you hit the left and right mouse at the same time, and you can place blocks in a direction just to replace one. It's only if it's instant break. With the E6 pick, though, I mean, yeah, it could be instant break for sure. But that's not what we're doing. The only thing left we have to do are these 4 towers here on the 4 corners, on the 4 sides of this thing. Let's jump down here and take a look. I built it down to where I had the dirt, basically, on these towers here. But these towers are exactly the same as all the other ones at the tops of the towers. Hopefully it won't take me too long to build. If it doesn't, I might build with one. I need to build one of these guys with you on camera at some point. But I do want to use this center part right here. Let's jump up here. I think using this center part right here in the 4 corners, where I'll put the 4 corners to build the wall, will be a really good idea. That way, it's wide enough, you know, and I can actually do some other stuff on top of it if I want to. Well, I say on top of it, on the bottom of it, because that's actually the top right here, the top of the center. That's done. I want to just leave that flat because these will give me the height that I need on this thing when I start building these towers. And that's what I have my inventory ready for. I'm going to try to build 1 tower at a time to just go back and get a stack of everything that I need. Hopefully I have enough room for everything. The only thing I have more than 1 stack of is dark oak. I'm just not sure how much I'm going to need because I always use a lot of dark oak. Always! But anyways, I guess what I'm going to do is finish this up, get this dirt blob right here covering this hole. It just makes everything so much easier having this here. It really does. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this up real quick. If they don't take me too long to build one of these towers, I'll build one of these with you guys on camera. It'll be the last one, and we can kind of finish up the build together. I think that'd be kind of cool. It just depends on how long it takes, because I don't want this video to run too long. But then again, It's never stopped me before. Alright guys, all 4 of these upside down tower bits are in here. We're just going to finish up putting the leaves on this one while we talk a little bit. Like this is going to finish up the last major build. Well, I guess the wall will be the last major build up here. We have a little one to do up here in the middle here for upside down fountain. Shouldn't be too bad to build. Once we get the wall in though, we can start getting some moss in. I mean, I guess we can start putting moss in before we do the wall. It might be something we do during stream. I don't know, but I guess I should stop wasting time and get these leaves going here. Yeah, but there's just a lot of things that can happen now. Now that the 4 major builds are in, I need to stop saying it. I can't help myself because I've been looking forward to this moment for quite a while. Now we kind of know what this is going to look like now. The upside down, even like you had to picture the moss. There's gonna be moss and terraforming and stuff like that to do still. I got to get these here. I'm talking and distracting myself, and I had to go ahead and build these 4 towers because they were taking me about a half an hour each tower, only because I was watching a movie too in the background and it was really taking my focus away. That happens to me. I get distracted by shiny things, but I don't know anybody who doesn't. And I'm not sure if I want to know anybody who doesn't. Because you know Anita does. Oh my goodness. That girl. If she's bothering me, she's like a cat. If I dangle keys in front of her, she goes, ooh. And she'll start swiping at them. It's funny. I don't know. I'm so pumped right now for this. I know you can't probably hear it in my voice. I'm very monotone. I get it. Let's get these in here. I forgot to bring half slides with me. At that, now it's just out of inventory space. But yeah, we are that's the last block right there. Now all we got to do is clean this thing up. Where did I pillar up at? There it is. All right, let's break all this down, and then we can really take a look at this thing for the first time. I'll take this out off camera. There's no, I don't need it anymore. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't fall off. I don't think I will. I'll be able to hit the back of these things here. But this is the last pillar for the last build here. This is 100% done once we get all this dirt out of here, which is crazy. It's crazy. Well, crazy to think. You know how much longer this is taking than I wanted it to. But we had to get used to building upside down and figure out how the processes are going to go. Yeah, I burped there a little bit. I tried to stifle it. There we go. Let's just collect this dirt, and then we'll take a fly around and really get a good look at this. So let's put my food out here too. Just have a feeling I'm gonna need my food. This is a good point too to stop like building and start gathering resources again, because I am pretty much out of the leaves, and I've got to restock my my leaf chest because we are going to use a lot more leaves for the paths and stuff. When we do the upside down paths, that's probably going to be a whole episode just by itself. Because I'm going to do the paths like I usually do, but I'm going to do them upside down. The way I usually do is I kind of started it over here on this build. Probably can't see it very well. We are going to look at this build here in a second, but on this build over here. Oh, I guess this build over here isn't done. We have to put the concrete in. Not a big deal. The black concrete for the door. But you can kind of see this is what I want to do for all the paths. But I'm also going to add some fence posts and some bushes and some lights and everything. It should be pretty cool. And what I might do... Oh my goodness, yes. I might add a bunch of spore blossoms. Oh, yes! Spore blossoms! Why didn't I think of this? If we add spore blossoms upside down, that can mimic flowers almost. Somebody else had an idea about hiding some pots and some stuff, and I'm not exactly sure what they meant. But I think I kind of get it, but I'm not exactly sure. If that makes any sense. Okay, let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, this build. It's just funny to me. I have all these buildings built in creative, but seeing them here all together in the way that I kind of want them. I mean, it's kind of weird positioning for all four because they're all the exact same spots. All 50 blocks out, or 50 to 51 blocks. I think it's 51 blocks out from the center. Or the center, like the center of this one, and this one, and this one, 51 blocks out from the very center of the base. In the next episode, we are definitely going to be hooking up. Well, we got to get rid of all these here. These have got to go to a point, I think. Yeah, they got to go, because we got to bring this little top of this laser all the way up. Is going to be going into the upside down fountain. Oops, I'm not sure if it's going to be a fountain, but I can show you a better idea what I'm talking about. This thing right here, it's got to go all the way up through. And when it gets to here, I want to change it over to green, I think. With green, that's only going to give me 2 colors, but that's fine. I only need 2 colors. I like to use purple. Oh, I only used 2 colors here, didn't I? Purple and magenta. Just because these 2 colors blend together so well. I think the purple and light, or the green and light green will do as well too. Should do just as well too. But yeah, this thing is. I'm so happy that this is coming together. And when we get to doing the paths and upside down, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to just make another layer of dirt, like 3 or 4 blocks lower than the moss. So it's going to get ugly before it looks really, really good. When we take all that dirt out, oh my gosh, I just can't wait. I just can't wait. But this is the build that we were doing today. I guess I should focus on it. I'm just getting excited. I'm getting pumped to get this, going and get the things done. But yeah, I mean, you can't really see it because I keep flying in a stupid way. But there's the back side of it. These 2 wings out here are the same. I could definitely move some people in if I wanted to, though. Have like 1 person in each wing in this would be kind of cool. Somebody who doesn't want. Why is this just out randomly? That's weird. But I mean, the inside of this, you could definitely do something with this too. It'd be kind of cool if you did the inside of it right side up, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, like I said, I gotta get the black concrete so we can put the black concrete here, just to fill that in. So we have the same effect as we do over on that one over there. But that's it. I mean, that's pretty much the episode, guys. This whole building got done. I'm really, really happy. I can't remember. Did we do the footprint? It's been so long since I started this build. I can't remember if we even did the footprint in this episode or we did it last episode. I think it was. I don't know. I think the footprint was this episode. I'm gonna stop guessing. I'll just rewatch the footage and I'll find out that way, won't I? But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. These buildings have, taken a lot of time and a lot of effort to get built. Yeah. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a good day tonight. Bye.